On Sunday night, former Prime Minister Allen Chastanet focused on the SLP government's recent move to grant permanent appointments to elder care workers from the NICE program. This action was openly celebrated last week by the over 600 predominantly female recipients, many of whom lost their jobs when the Allen Chastanet executive scaled back the program in 2017. The celebration included pledges from one attendant to ensure Chastanet's political defeat.
When we get to that ballot paper, we will put an X by the star. And we will put that X to ensure, yes, we will put that X to ensure that you, Mr. Allen Chastanet, never return to office again.
The UWP leader has framed these sentiments as political manipulation. Chastanet issued a direct, pointed challenge to the beneficiary, suggesting a future reckoning should the UWP secure the next mandate.
That we're now going to make sure that when we go to the elections, we're going to bring our family, we're going to bring our friends, and we're going to make sure that we vote with the star. And that we're going to make sure that Allen Chastanet never gets back into office. You remember the time when Minister Rambali said that Sir John was a toothless tiger? And he said, try me. I want to know when the United Workers' Party wins the next election, and when I am the Prime Minister, and I call you to a meeting, what are you going to say then? But I want to be very clear. I am not concerned about Allen Chastanet. What I'm concerned about is two things. All the flabos who have parents that they need caretakers for. How are you going to feel now that the caretakers have declared their loyalty to the SLP and played politics?
Chastanet also questioned the timing of the appointments, noting they occur late into the current administration's term.
You would now, at this stage in your past 4 years, only now want to go and make them permanent. Now. Why now? Why now? But they'll say better late than never. Okay.
Proponents of the celebration argue the response was organic and spontaneous, not partisan. However, former Minister for Equity Fortuna Belrose contends it was out of place and admonished both the elder care supervisor and the Prime Minister of St. Lucia.
Under no circumstances should she have worked, or she should have used the platform of the government service to impose political choices on others, or even try to influence them in voting for a political party. This would never have happened under UWP administration. Never happen. Can't happen. Could not happen. Would not happen. Never. And you know the sad thing is, Mr. Pierre was present.
Titus Previll, the Babonneau candidate and former permanent secretary, echoed similar sentiments.
As my colleague, former PS Fortuna Belrose, would have pointed out, we all in St. Lucia, and importantly, all over the world, we witness a scene in a government, a taxpayer-sponsored activity, where someone in the crowd, in a government function, openly stood and said, you must vote for the Labour Party and you must never vote for Allen Chastanet in a government activity. I have been a PS for almost 15 years. I tell you, I have never seen the like in my life. And the Prime Minister was present. And the Prime Minister said nothing. It hurt me. It really hurt me. because I look to the Prime Minister to show leadership. Because if the Prime Minister cannot show leadership on such simple but important matters, where can he show leadership?
The underlying context of the dispute is that the former United Workers' Party administration suspended the majority of the National Initiative to Create Employment (NICE) program on March 31, 2017, which affected the employment status of those workers. At the time, the administration led by Chastanet cited fiscal constraints and maintained that the program structure was not consistent with standard public service hiring procedures. This decision resulted in the termination of approximately 1,000 workers. Some UWP officials publicly suggested that 90% of the workers had been hired based on political affiliation with the then opposition St. Lucia Labour Party. The program was subsequently adjusted and some elements of the elder care component were retained by the UWP executive. Joachim de Plessis, HDS News Force.